She was the kind of person that keeps a parrot. Part 3, Kālarātri or Black Knight Trilogy, starring our very own Hyacinth Macabre Parrot and Resident Witch Princess Tara. We'll be reading Part 3 of Chapter 1. I slapped my own face. I winced. This has got to be a bad dream. My hand shielding my eyes, I glanced into the sky. What do you call that? This is Kālarātri. The fuck, I exclaimed. Last I checked, Earth had only one sun, not two. I peered around me and changed. This is Kālarātri, Kay repeated. I'm going to be sick. I wasn't kidding. A wave of nausea swept over me. I thought I might throw up. Kay looked worried. She grabbed my arms. She hoisted me to my feet. The radiation is affecting you. We must return to the city to the protection of the crystal. I resisted. What? What are you talking about? What radiation? Did I miss a nuclear war somehow? The radiation is from Taksuat's sun. That is why we wear these cloaks. Kay turned to the wall, pulling me with her. We must get back within the walls of the city. I will explain everything to you, I promise. Kay stopped long enough to kiss me. Come, I relented, shaky, confused, trying not to throw up on her. I allowed Kay to literally carry me back within the crystal wall. Kay eased me onto a crystal block next to the crystal table, adjacent to the reflecting pool, like the pool I had enjoyed many times before. She dropped onto a second block. A pair of crystal goblets sat on the table, filled to the brim with a liquid red like wine. Kay handed me one of the goblets. Drink this, she suggested. The drink will counter the effects of the radiation. Unsure, I eyed the goblet, held patiently by Kay's hand. Tell me that's not blood. I wanted the drink badly to counter the intense thirst that gripped my throat. I preferred the liquid not be blood. Kay laughed. She held the goblet to my lips. I took a sip. A wave of soothing relief flowed through my body. Just wine, my sweet. I grabbed the goblet out of Kay's hand. I chugged the wine. I craned my neck to survey the cohort of black cloaked, black granite statues surrounding us. This has got to be the strangest dream I have ever had. Kay grasped my hand. Not a dream. Well, this sure ain't Kansas. Not with 2, 3 suns. A vision of an enormous blue-feathered parrot flashed through my mind. Say, now that I found you, we need to get back to Seattle. I jumped to my feet. I danced around, my eyes searching Crystal City. Where's Blue Tara and Charlie? Kirka, Abigail, and Michael? Not in Kansas. They wait for you in Seattle. That's good, I think. What? I stared at Kay. Did they return with the gadgets? Why didn't they wait for me? For you and me? Your friends wait for you. I peered over the heads of the sullen statues. Well, what are we waiting for? I drained the goblet. We need to get back and join them. Did they leave the suitcase for me to ride? We will get back to them. Okay, let's go. I'm ready. In about 65 million years. The crystal goblet slipped from my fingers to crash to the floor. I fell to my knees, hands pressed to my face in a futile attempt to stop my brain from reeling within my skull in disbelief. A couple of black-cloaked, black granite statues came to life. They grasped my arms to return me to the crystal block. Kay pulled my hands from my face to her lips. You will rejoin your friends, I promise. None of this makes any sense, I insisted. What do you mean, 65 million years? I peered into my reflection within Kay's opaque black eyes. Where are we really? Kay replied with a wry smile. A wave of trepidation swamped me. When are we? As I told you, we are home. Kālarātri. Kālarātri, Earth, does not have 3 suns, I blurted out, hot with sweat and anger. Kay waved her hand across the crystal table. Another chalice appeared, filled to the brim with a red liquid. I grabbed the chalice. I chugged the wine. Kālarātri originally had 3 suns. Has 3 suns, Kay replied, a wistful look across her face. 65 million years ago. The second chalice slipped from my fingers to crash to the floor. I swayed precipitously on the crystal block. Black hands grasped my shoulders to steady me. My hand fell to Kay's knees for support. Where are we? We are about 25 trillion of your miles from Kansas. Maybe a few more to Earth. Maybe a few more to Seattle. The fuck we are. Kay's hand grasped mine. Yes, she replied. I recalled a lecture from an astronomy class I took in college. 25 trillion miles work out to be just a bit more than 4 light years, or about the distance to the triple star system of Alpha Centauri, I cried out. This is Alpha Centauri. Kay's hand squeezed mine. No need to yell, my sweet. I sit right before you. I thought my eyes might pop from my skull in surprise. This is Alpha Centauri, right? I pressed Kay in a more subdued tone, not sure why that knowledge would be any more reassuring to me. This is Kālarātri, Kay insisted. I yanked at my crystal cloak. Why the get-up? Why is everyone wearing these ridiculous cloaks? The crystal fabric protects us from Tatsuit's radiation. Radiation? What radiation? I guess I owe you an explanation. Kay's lips drooped into a slight frown. That would be much appreciated. Kay waved her hand across the crystal table. In another chalice of red wine appeared. At the sight of the red liquid, an insatiable thirst engulfed me, exacerbated by the stifling heat in the cumbersome crystal cloak, which seemed to trap heat against my body. I reached for the chalice. Kay's hand intercepted mine. Promise me you will hold on to this one, she smirked. Without responding, I grabbed the chalice. I gulped the wine. What radiation? I pressed Kay. The red star, Tatsuit, is home to the people who call themselves Hawinalal, the immortal. These people follow the god of war you know as the Winalagalis. No shit. Yes, shit. Their star, Tatsuit, is dying. Proxima Centauri, I exclaimed, pleased with myself I could even remember the name. The other two are Rigel and Ptolemy. Dualoxa Major and Dualoxa Minor, Kay corrected me. Huh? Eons ago, my people, our people, caved through me an enigmatic Mona Lisa smile. The Dualoxa colonized the second star system, Dualoxa Minor, after our wise ones perfected a propulsion engine capable of lifting starships off this planet. There we encountered a savage race of cannibals, the warriors of the Winalagalis, who attempted to escape their system as their star, Tatsuit, died. Blocked by our arms, the Hawinalal, in an act of desperation, attempted to restart their sun. Seriously? By reigniting the fires within the star. Guessing that did not work out too well, I tugged at the crystal fabric in my cloak. The Hawinalal succeeded only in generating a radiation and destroying all life within the star system. Oh, terrific. How do we get out of here, get back to Earth? I stared at Kay. How the fuck did we get here to begin with? The Tlogwe brought you, us, here. My jaw dropped to my chest. You are kidding me. Kay shook her head. Her lips parted ever so slightly into a wry smile. There is a reason. I slammed my hand onto the crystal table. I winced in pain. Damn, I tried to shake the pain out of my hand. Then the Tlogwe can take us back. Kay continued to shake her head. No? A sense of panic pressed into my brain. What do you mean, no? The Tlogwe brought you home for a reason. The fuck, I cried out. I shivered, panic engulfing me. This isn't my home. Why couldn't the Tlogwe take me to Seattle? At least the other Dualoxa, your Dualoxa. Dualoxa is my home. I pressed my hands to my head. My throbbing headache threatened to reduce my brain to mush. I am talking about the Dualoxa of Mount Rainier, your Dualoxa. The Tlogwe is Dualoxa, Kay replied, her cryptic words as stirring as heat. You are Dualoxa. I glared at Kay, my eyes tearing. What are you talking about? I interrupted. Before we can return to the Dualoxa you know, the Tlogwe needed to bring you to the homeworld of the Dualoxa. I stared at Kay befuddled. My brain throbbed from heat, pain, and confusion. The radiation from Tatsuit, while destroying life throughout the star system, has imbued the crystal on our world that is our life with a special property. Huh? The radiation has imbued the crystal with magic. The fuck? The Dualoxa you know, the world of the bird people in the sky above your mountain, would not be possible without this magical crystal which only comes from this Dualoxa. Before this Dualoxa succumbs to the toxicity of Tatsuit's radiation and the might of the Winalagalis, we must collect the crystal and transport this magical element to your Earth. Only with this crystal will our people, your people, have any chance to defeat the Winalagalis. What? The Hawinalal are constructing starships to flee the radiation they themselves created. They too have designs on your Earth. Can't you stop them? The Dualoxa have fought valiantly, at great cost to our numbers. Thanks to Tatsuit's radiation, the crystal of Dualoxa possesses the magic to transform the people of Dualoxa into the people you know, but only if we travel to Earth. Remaining here will result in our doom. I stared at Kay, my eyes wide in wonder, wet with tears. She touched her hand to my face. I watched her hand transform into a black steel blade. The blade pricked my chin. Ouch, I exclaimed. I breathed a sigh of relief when the blade reverted back to being her hand. The radiation-infused crystal is what allows me to do this. Allows the Dualoxa to change shape at will, to escape the chains of gravity. Allows us to soar through the heavens. But I thought the radiation was toxic. Somehow the crystal counteracts the destructive power of the radiation. Kay tugged at my cloak. The reason for these cloaks. Unfortunately, we discovered this property too late to save this world. So we take the crystal to your world before the Winalagalis manages to reach Dualoxa with the starships. Kay grasped my hand. You are the key. The Blue Witch saw that in you. The Tlogwe brought you here to make you Dualoxa while there was still time. Oh my God, I cried out. Jean was right all along. This was always your plan, to make me one of you. I jumped to my feet, knocking the chalice to the floor. I need to get back to Seattle, I screamed in Kay's face. Sweat poured off my brow into my eyes. Lightheaded, exhausted, blood drained from my face. I sank under the crystal block. I attempted to swipe the sweat from my eyes with my fingers. Kay grasped my knee. You will return to Seattle. You will return to your friends. Great, I blurted out. When do we leave? In due time. What? A great vessel, a starship, is being ready to take the Kālarātri to Earth. Why don't we just have the Trilogy beam us back, same way we got here? I pressed my eyes closed. I drew up an image of Earth in my mind, one of those old Apollo Earthrise photos I like so much. I focused my mind on the blue orb and the black expanse of space. I raised one of my eyelids expectantly. Kay sat before me, grinning. The Kālarātri must go as one, she replied. Well, fine, they can ride the starship. We'll beam back with the Trilogy and wait for them. You are the Trilogy. You are the Kālarātri. The fuck? I pressed my eyes closed again to focus on the image of Earth in my mind. I peeked through my eyelid again. Kay still sat before me. You cannot separate yourself from the people of Kālarātri. Like hell I can't. Kay waved at the statuesque black granite cohort surrounding us. You are the Trilogy. I craned my neck to glance at the silent guard. Okay, I muttered. An alarm bell buried within my brain commenced to clang loud enough to raise the dead. I turned to Kay. I'm still not sure what this has to do with me. Why do you think this cohort guards you? My eyes grew wide as coffee cups in anticipation of the answer. You are our leader. The fuck I am, I snapped at Kay. My brain stopped working. My body slumped in resignation. Kay grasped my arms to steady me. She sat on my lap. Her lips pressed against mine. Her tongue searched for mine. I pushed Kay away. I need a drink bad, I insisted. Kay's lips parted into a grin stretching across her face. You keep breaking the chalices I give you. Make your own. I don't know how. Certainly you do. You possess the magic of the frog. We tried. I sighed. I waved my hand across the crystal table. A chalice appeared, filled to the brim with a red liquid. I would have jumped off the block in surprise if not for Kay sitting in my lap. You did that, I insisted. That was your doing. I waved my hand again. A square white box appeared, reeking of onion and garlic-infused cheese. Oh my God, I popped the lid open. A pizza sat in the box, still simmering as if just out of the oven. The odor of fresh-baked pizza reminded me how hungry I was. I grabbed a slice. I held the slice to my nose, savoring the aroma. I bit into the slice. Coughing, I spit out the pizza. Tastes like burnt cardboard, I exclaimed, dejected. As a matter of fact, I know what burnt cardboard tastes like. I am a lousy cook. I grabbed the wine to cleanse my palate. I dropped the chalice. I spit out the wine. The wine tasted like wet cardboard. Kay laughed. Your people have a saying. Practice makes perfect. She waved her hand and another chalice appeared. I picked up the cup. I touched my tongue to the liquid. Much better, I said, satisfied. I chugged the wine. I returned the chalice to the table. I wiped my lips with the back of my hand. Please let me wake up from this nightmare, I muttered, my voice begging for reassurance. Kay's lips drooped into a faux pout. She slid her arms across my shoulders. She touched her lips to mine. I know this world seems strange and frightening to you. You have much to learn, the Trilogy yet to master. But in time you will be able to make pizza as delicious as any on Earth. She winked at me. My ears perked up. Earth? How do we get back to Earth? You said something about a starship, Kay nodded. When can we leave? Soon. I rambled on, excited, running my words together without so much as a pause for a breath. How long will the starship take to reach Earth? Does the starship have warp drive? Is there a wormhole that will take us to Earth? Kay laughed. She grasped my shoulders. This is not Star Trek or Farscape. I do not understand the science. I leave that to the wise ones of the Kālarātri. As long as this isn't lost in space, I will be happy, I replied. I peered into Kay's mysterious opaque black eyes. Say, just how long will the journey take? About 50,000 of your Earth years. My mind turned blank. I think my heart stopped. I couldn't breathe. I wasn't sure I wanted to breathe. My brain stopped accepting images from my eyes. Kay, the crystal table, the reflecting pool, the black granite cohort, the crystal city spread out around us, dissolved in a translucent blur, images disintegrated in unconnected colors, which danced through my brain in random jerks, twists, and churns. I forced myself to speak. 50,000 years. I enunciated the syllables, attempting to make sense of the words. Oh my God. I pressed my hands to my head to try to staunch a massive headache threatening to explode my skull. I struggled to my feet. I will be dead in dust by the time the ship arrives at Earth, I screamed. Kay grasped my hands. She pulled me to her. Not at all, my sweet. The starship is fully automated. You will sleep through the journey. You will not age a day. You will close your eyes to go to sleep. You will awaken to a new world. What if something goes wrong? The ship hits in that asteroid or something breaks down. The wise ones of the Kālarātri assure us the chances are... Kay's lips twisted in a smirk. Well, the chances are very small that something might malfunction. How small, I pressed Kay, my voice betraying my nervousness. Kay smiled. The people of Kālarātri Minor dispatched a starship to Earth 50,000 years ago when the Winnelegals first threatened to overrun their system. We recently received a transmission from Earth informing us the mission was successful. Our people await us. For Christ's sakes, I blurted out, 50,000 years ago, you cannot be serious. Kay nodded. Those people are long gone. By the time we reach Earth, there may not be anything for us. Didn't you say this is 65 million years ago? We are now, Kay replied, her words enigmatic. But you said my world, Seattle, is 65 million years in the future, give or take. My God, I pressed my hands to my face to try to keep my brain from exploding from the absurdity of my predicament. I spread my fingers to peer at Kay. You were talking about the age of the dinosaurs on Earth. The other expedition may have become Tyrannosaurus Rex snack food. They may be dino dung for all you know. They have their starship to protect them. What if the ship crashed into an asteroid, burned up in the atmosphere? How would you know? We would know, Kay insisted. Oh my God, I exclaimed. I slumped under the crystal block, wrung out like a wet sponge. What, my sweet? The asteroid, I cried out. What asteroid? The asteroid that wiped out the dinosaurs. Will your starship arrive? Oh my God, I exclaimed. I slumped under the crystal block, running out like a wet sponge. What, my sweet? The asteroid, I cried out. What asteroid? The asteroid that wiped out the dinosaurs. Will your starship arrive before or after the asteroid?